Good morning, y'all, and welcome back to the campground. Cindy's still in bed. It's drizzling rain outside, so I got my rain hat on. Today we plan on taking most of the day off. However, I've got to go meet the electrician. We had a limb fall over the weekend, and I guess the force moved a telephone pole. I called Atlantic City Electric, and they came out and said that the pole was ours, and it is causing the power line to lay in the crook of a tree. Now, this is the area we plan on upgrading next year, so I don't want to put a lot of money into it, but I do feel like we need to get the power line out of the tree. Let's go take a look. There's the electrician's brand new Ford Lightning electric vehicle. So the electrician just left. He chose not to be on camera. And this is the power box and the pole in question. As you can see, that pole is definitely leaning to the left. It's leaning to the left so much that this power line, you can see it right here. This power line goes into the crook of the tree right there. And according to Atlantic City Electric, is that line with the wind could rub the casing off on the power line, cause it to spark, causing it to set that tree on fire. Well, even if we shore up that line, it's still going to be up against that tree. So we had to come up with a solution. And by the way, here is the limb that brought all this to our attention. So here's the solution. So you can definitely tell, it even shows better on this side, how much the pole pulled the whole kit and caboodle over. So what I was going to do is tie off to this tree with a strap and ratchet that back up straight and put a 4x4 on the other side. Atlantic City Electric said that I'm not a licensed electrician. I have stayed at a Holiday Inn Express before, and we weren't permitted to do the work ourselves. So I called Jesse Graff. He's the electrician that's going to be doing the upgrade on this side, and he's going to come do it for under $1,000. And what he's going to do is he's going to also straighten this pole. He's going to put a guide wire down here and connect it to this telephone pole right here, which is not going anywhere. And then he's going to disconnect the power line up there. He's going to shorten the line for whatever slack is in it. And then he's going to take a sleeve, I'm assuming it's PVC, and he's going to take it all the way over to where it rubs up against the tree. And he is going to sleeve that line on the rub for that tree. Now, this is a temporary fix. This electric upgrade I have turned in for next year to for part of CapEx 2026. And then I will show you what we're going to do. We're going to remove this whole line. That was not in the original plan, but I feel like if we've got limbs falling, that it's going to be a potential weak spot in the system. So let me show you where we're going to move all this to. So back here at the corner, you can see we have the main pole right there with the transformer on it. We'll come off that, down the pole with the main wire, and then back here in the area of this tent or garage, we are going to build the sub panel board. And so that'll cut all this wire that goes along this tree line out, and it will reduce, I think, the campground's liability. It will ensure more stable electric for our guests. So I think it's overall a better deal. Now it probably will up our expenses for doing that upgrade because we're going to have to relocate the sub panel, but I think for an extra $800 to move that down, I think it's a better solution for our guests and customers. And so that's what I've proposed. Now he's going to do this work, like I said, for under $1,000, and that'll get us through the rest of the season and for the winter. So right now that's what I'm worried about, is getting through the winter without having any more problems. And then next year, one of the first CapEx projects should be the upgrade of that power. Let me go get Cindy up, fix her some coffee, and we'll get started with our day in Cape May, away from the campground. Well, everything I told y'all we were going to do today is not what we're doing today.
What'd you tell them we were going to do?
Told we were going to Cape May or wherever it was. Where were we going? To get my shoes and stuff.
So you told them we were going to May's Landing?
May's Landing, yes. And
are you sure? Are you sure that's what you told them?
So I told him, I said, we're going to go back and see if Cindy's up and fix some coffee and plan the day. And I showed him the electrical and all that kind of stuff. And then I got back and Cindy was already sitting on the sofa drinking a big old cup of steaming coffee. Mine, of course, was still in the pot. Hadn't been fixed yet.
Did you want it cold?
No.
Okay.
And I came back and she goes, I know what we're doing today. And I said, I thought I knew what we were doing today too. And so
he should know by now. You never know with me.
Cindy had so much fun last week going to the beach that she said we're going for a road trip.
Well, actually, I was thinking about going to the beach again.
Up to LBI.
Then, right, up to LBI, which isn't that far from the campground, I'm told.
An hour and 15 minutes, maybe.
And I got to thinking about it.
That's where my trouble usually starts.
And I said, maybe let's find something different from the beach, because we can always do the beach another time.
Right. So we're going to a national park in New Jersey?
It's not a national park.
Oh, anyway, I decided to take the scenic route to where we're going. We're getting ready to tell you that as soon as Cindy tells me.
Taking the back roads.
And so I turned off going on the turnpike. We're in the city of Princeton right now. Holy mackerel, there's some money in Princeton, New Jersey. The houses are huge and the cars are sporty.
Yeah, you're right.
Princeton, thank you. Did you hear that? Write it down. Somebody write that down. She said I was right. So we are headed to...
Hold on, I gotta find it.
You don't even know, do you?
Paterson Great Falls National Historical Park.
That's a mouthful. So that's where we're going. I added about an hour to the trip. Maybe not quite an hour, by avoiding the turnpike, because I like driving through the backwoods and the rural areas and seeing what there is to see. Once it's dark, because it gets dark at 7:03, is today is when sunset is. We'll probably take the turnpike back because you won't be able to see much, but I figured for the trip up. So it says we'll get there at 1:44. It's going to end up being almost a 3-hour drive. We're going because Cindy wants to go see a waterfall. And they have a waterfall there.
Another one of my favorite things.
So when we get there, we'll share it with you. I don't want to spend too much time on the drive and all that stuff, but we'll show you what it looks like when we get there. We'll get there, 1:45. If we stop for potty breaks, it'll be 2 o'clock. That'll give us 3 to 4 hours of adventure time, and then we'll find somewhere to eat, and drive back, and then it looks like I'll have a late night of editing and posting, so y'all can watch this on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. So we'll bring you back when we get to where we're getting to. All right, so we're in Paterson, New Jersey, and the town's a little scary, what we've seen so far.
I want to say that.
But I think that's the park over there. Looks like we turn in this parking lot here. I hope the Jeep's here when we get out. It says Paterson Parking Authority.
That's who it's owned by.
Let's see.
It's a little sketchy.
It is a little sketchy. So it says Paterson Great Falls National Historic Park, open 24 hours a day. And Paterson's everything is boarded up.
The Pacific River.
P-A-S-S-A-I-C River. Pacific River. What do I mean? I meant all those towns, all those buildings we just drove past through that downtown.
Yeah, the downtown, whatever that was.
That's all we've seen. And
we got off the interstate to sketchy.
So I'm gonna lock the Jeep. I hope the ducks will be fine in the windshield. And let's go see what there is to see. We said we were going to go to dinner when we leave here, but probably not in this area.
No.
All right, let's go.
So I wonder if we should have parked in the other one.
I don't know. So this parking lot would have been good for us when we were PIs, because that minivan,
From here.
well, we could have been across the street, but that minivan parked over there next to that black truck has a couple in it, but they're not in the front seat of the minivan.
Oh, they're not?
No. So, don't know what's going on, but I can guess. See what I think Cindy thinks that we're able to hear her talking because she's running the camera. She's over there talking. You videoing, baby?
Yeah.
Because without the microphone, it wouldn't have heard anything you were saying.
Oh, good.
But you got the video.
Well,
So this
you didn't
looks
tell
better.
me.
This looks better than where we were parked. And
Looks a little safer.
yes, there's definitely,
Tell them what you said when you walked me up here.
I've said go stand over by the fence by the river so nobody will steal you while I'm gone. What's going on down there? Is she drawing on his face?
I don't know. We're not looking.
Okay, don't look.
They're fishing.
Yeah. All right, let's go see what there is to see.
Isn't that pretty though?
It is pretty. So here's the first little overlook. You can pause on this if you want to read it. What's it about, Cindy?
I'm learning. Did you show it?
I did. So basically, Alexander Hamilton, a group of investors, founded New Jersey Service Corporation, Society for Establishing Useful Manufacturers. I want you to see right through there. Hopefully we can get down there for the waterfall. So evidently this was a power station, and on the above the doors it says 1791 to 1914. We're gonna go up these stairs to try to figure out how to get down to the waterfall, because that's the whole reason we came here. We were just saying we wish it was more tucked away. Then, I mean, we are slap dab downtown. This looks like it takes us nowhere, babe. Yep. So this is all blocked off. Here's the river. There's the waterfall over there. So one of the workers said we can get down to the waterfall. It's just they're doing construction on this side, so we've got to walk across the bridge. And then there's a cut.
Well, there's a walkway. We think we'll find out. Only one way to find out.
Sure is a lot of motorist beeping in New Jersey. This town's very aggressive.
No, not this town.
Just the whole state?
Yeah. Why make it that way?
So this is the bridge that you have to cross over. Geese are living on the edge over there, babe.
Literally.
Literally, they're right at the drop-off.
That's funny.
There's the walkway to nowhere. Just ends right there. Nothing on the other side.
It was probably part of the original power station thing.
Could have been. Here's the entrance. Does anybody need a crock pot? That's sad. Part of a weed eater. Temperature drops. The view down there at the river is beautiful. The trash is out of control. So I'm assuming we're on the right track. You know, in the part of New Jersey we're at, down in Chatsworth, for the most part, things are kept pristine. There's hardly any litter. This town needs to, it's a beautiful place. Why they're allowing it to be destroyed? The litter is out of control. Crime tape. What is that? Did look like a marmot. If I come back without a leg, we'll know he jumped out from behind that tree. Oh, otter. I wonder if that was an otter. More crime scene tape. Here's the waterfall. We got to figure out how to get over there. Oh, the view from right here, Cindy, is absolutely beautiful. I wouldn't want to be here at dark.
No.
That's one thing about being a tourist is you never know where you're going to end up. On the internet, the place looks beautiful.
But see, look.
And the views are beautiful. That's all blocked off.
See, all the walkways and everything are blocked off.
Let's go back around. The gentleman, the worker we talked to said, I think we have to go around the front of this.
I don't think so. Because see, look, it's blocked off up there.
But that's where we would have come across on that bridge. We talked to the guy. It's right up there.
No, see, the guy's over there.
Oh, yeah.
The bridge is over here. This is the closest point, I think, because you can't get down to it over there.
Let's see if we can get on that. Although it looks like it's
blocked off.
Let's go see.
Well, we can't get down to where the waterfall is, but the view is beautiful.
Yeah, but I'd like to see the front of the waterfall. So you don't think if we go up here, we can go up there and ask that security guard? Because this all says construction area. Here's your national park sign. I wonder if we can go in and see this. You know, we've watched, and I used to collect the baseball cards from the players, autographed from the Negro League. This is one of their stadiums. So this nice young lady is going to give us a private tour of this museum. Yeah, let's see the stadium first.
So the stadium was built in 1932.
Do you mind if I film you?
No, go ahead. So built in 1932 during the Great Depression by the mayor of Paterson at the time, John Hinchliffe. So it was a federal works project. So we got money from the federal government to be able to build the city a stadium while at the same time putting people back to work. So when the stadium opened, it was technically called the city's stadium, and it was a multi-use stadium. They had sporting events here of all kinds. There was a professional football team that played out of here.
Oh, really?
Yep, the Paterson Panthers. But what the promoters found was that when barnstorming Negro League teams came through here, the stadium would sell out.
Right.
So they saw it as a really good way to keep the stadium in business. So the stadium became the home to the New York Black Yankees for about a decade, between the 1934 to 1940-ish.
Right.
And in between those years, the New York Cubans called this home for about 2 seasons. Their real home was the Polo Grounds in New York, but for some reason, for 2 seasons, they came on over here and used this field. So, as such, today it's one of the last remaining Negro League stadiums standing in the country.
Oh, wow.
Rickwood Field in Birmingham, Alabama. One other one just came online, Hamtramck in Detroit. They now call that Ricky Stern Stadium.
Okay.
And Hinchliffe Stadium.
So it's used now for soccer and football?
Yeah, it's still a multi-use stadium. I will say that in 1996 it was closed, it was condemned. It was in complete disrepair.
It doesn't look like that anymore.
We had a complete restoration. In 2023 the stadium reopened to the city as a multi-use stadium. So we do have right now football season.
Who plays here?
So high school sports are here.
Okay.
It's really, the stadium is owned by the Paterson Board of Ed.
It's kind of like Memorial Stadium back home where 4 different high school teams use that as their home field.
Kennedy High School and Eastside High School have their own fields, but when they play against each other, they play here. And other county
neutral
teams,
ground.
Yeah, and other county teams come and play here as well. We are also the home to a professional baseball team, the New Jersey Jackals.
Okay. What are they? AA, AAA?
They are.
Because we had a Sally League team back home.
Oh my God, it's escaping me. It starts with an F.
Minor. Yeah, it's minor team.
Anyway, it'll come to me.
Okay.
Frontier League.
Okay.
Yeah, Frontier League team. So Jackals play out of here, and the new professional women's tackle football team.
Oh, wow.
Home. It's the New Jersey Wave.
Okay.
I know, right? It was pretty cool. Last year was the first season. And it is now the home to the Cosmos. The New York Cosmos have become the New Jersey Cosmos
Okay.
professional soccer league. They'll start here in March of 2026. So we have a men's team and then a women's team. But throughout the year, it's used by county, it's used by individual, people rent the stadium. We have all sorts of different things here, concerts, the like. It's still quite very...
Real grass or artificial?
Yeah, it's turf. Believe it or not, this was the full track
Right.
about a month ago when it was a a baseball field. It's also a track. So you have to be able to roll it and change it and move it. In
Right.
a week, we could have football, soccer, or baseball here when they overlap. So, yeah. The Jackals, their season just ended, so they're cleared out.
Montclair
What
State
do we have to do with it?
University.
So, let me get the lights on. When the restoration of the stadium was happening, Montclair State University is very much involved in Paterson as an anchor institution.
Gotcha.
And so we knew about the project. Well, I say we. At the time, I was with the county. But the university knew about the project and wanted to figure out a way that they could be involved because it is an educational initiative. So one of the alumni donors who invests a lot in Montclair is a Paterson native. He actually went to elementary school at School 5, which overlooks the field.
Wow.
So he grew up here in Paterson. He went to Montclair State, and he went on to do really well in life. And so he saw a donation through the university for the museum as a way to give back to both communities that raised him and sort of brought him to where he is. So Chuck Muth, the Charles J. Muth Museum. Chuck Muth is a really great guy. He just loves Paterson. He loves Hinchliffe Stadium, and he saw this as a way just to give back to his community.
Well, this is so nice of you to give us a private tour.
Absolutely, and I don't have the display case lights on right now. I have to get
That's
the key to do
okay.
that.
No, that's fine.
So what we do with the museum, it is the Museum of Hinchliffe Stadium, which includes the national story of the Negro Leagues, right? That's a pretty big national story. But if you grew up here, if you're from Paterson or anywhere near Paterson, you remember Hinchliffe Stadium.
Right.
So a lot of the people that we get through here are just people who love the stadium because of their own memories and really
Right.
don't even know the history of it as being a Negro League stadium. So we tell all the stories, at least we try to tell all the stories between the high school rivalry. So Kennedy and East Side, which used to be Central. Sorry, Kennedy used to be Central. So Kennedy and East Side, they had a 100-year legacy of that rival. Central High School in 1964 was reopening. They were supposed to be West Side. Kennedy was assassinated.
Oh, no. Yeah.
So they named the school Kennedy. So Central becomes Kennedy. So now it's Kennedy and East Side. But that's a 100-year rivalry on this field. And that was like the biggest day of the year was this Thanksgiving Day game. Larry Doby. Most people don't know who Larry Doby is. Larry Doby went to Eastside High School. He was a 4 varsity letterman, baseball, basketball, football, and track. In 1942, he graduates from Eastside High School and tries out for the Newark Eagles.
Okay.
So Larry Doby goes on to play for the Newark Eagles, and in 1947, just 3 months after Jackie Robinson goes to the Dodgers, Larry Doby becomes the first African American in the American League. He goes to the Cleveland Indians in 1947. So 3 months later. So we like to say he's second to none. He's not the second. He's the first African American to go directly from the Negro Leagues
to the Major Leagues.
He's also the first African American to hit a home run in a World Series. So 1948 World Series, he and Satchel Paige are on the same team. They're playing for the Cleveland Indians. Second game of the World Series, he hits a home run. Here's a really cool story. Jackie Robinson's first at-bat as a major leaguer, he faces the pitcher whose last name is Sane. Jackie Robinson's first at-bat is against Sane. Larry Doby, at-bat in the World Series, hits a home run off of Sane.
Oh, wow.
Same pitcher, yeah.
Now, what's up with the race car?
So this was also a midget car racetrack.
Really?
It was,
What has the place not been?
Exactly. No, seriously, like Abbott and Costello. Do you know that Abbott and Costello?
Yes.
Who was on first, right?
Right.
That was actually written here about Hinchliffe Stadium, and when they would do it as a production, I think it's in this photo. When they would do it as a production, the backdrop is Hinchliffe Stadium. Because Lou Costello is also from
Oh, yes, it's
Paterson.
Patterson.
Yeah, so Lou
Oh,
Costello
wow.
Field is right down the street. So he's also from Paterson. So yeah, there was world-class wrestling, boxing.
Well, I see you got a boxer here, Joe Louis.
Yep.
That's cool.
Concerts.
They wouldn't let it die.
Yeah.
They just kept giving it more and more
So the
uses.
idea was, and this is why, you have to have a multi-use stadium or else you can't stay in business, right? If it's a baseball stadium, it's one season and you gotta make sure that the stands are filled.
Yeah.
But if it's multi-use, you can use it year-round for different things, and different people will come out.
See, that's what happened to the Columbia Mets Stadium that they built downtown Columbia, is they only used it for baseball. They wouldn't let anybody else use it for anything else, and it died.
So as a midget car track, so this is a historic image of it as the track.
Uh-huh.
They would have car races here Tuesday nights, and then, the Negro Leagues would play here on Saturday afternoons or Sunday afternoons. Then during the week, the high school would be playing here, so it was constantly in use. These cars are really, really cool.
I'm not sure I'd want the drive shaft going between my legs,
don't
though.
think?
No.
No?
Looks a little dangerous.
The funny thing is it was dangerous.
Yeah.
There's a guy named Ray Jackson. We actually just did a on this day post about him. So September 13th, it was Friday the 13th, in the 13th lap, his car got flipped, and he ended up dying from it. So that was here. It was an incredibly dangerous sport, and they ended up banning it here. Not just because of how dangerous it was, but if you lived anywhere around the stadium, it was loud, it was smelly, it was dirty.
I bet.
But it brought a lot of economic opportunity to Paterson. So they developed along the back end of the stadium what they called Gasoline Alley. And so all these car shops and mechanics popped up to help drivers, fix cars, tune up cars, customize cars.
So where'd they take the races to?
Somewhere else.
Somewhere else, that's all you know.
Somewhere else.
Not here.
Yeah, no, the last race they did here was, I think, 1954, and then that was it. But it was a nationally renowned track.
That's crazy.
And I think they too stopped with the midget cars. They went on to, it was like stock cars, and then, it sort of transitioned.
Progressed up.
What we have today. So most of Paterson had left.
Right.
It was in, the deindustrialization stage of the United States, so.
So what years was this place actually closed down and condemned?
1990s, at the end of the 1996-97 school year, it closed.
Uh-huh.
And it didn't reopen again until 2023.
So from 96 to 23.
Yeah. Do you have time for a short film?
We've got all day.
It's a 6-7 minute film on the history of the stadium.
Yeah.
They just were working on the HVAC system, and they tweaked it a little, so it looks like the wind is blowing in here. It's nice and cool. So this should calm down, but there's no wind blowing. So if you want to have a seat.
Black Americans always played baseball. But they couldn't play everywhere. They were locked out of many playing fields, and one of them was Hinchliffe Stadium right here in Paterson, New Jersey. From the stadium's opening in 1932 through the 1940s, Negro League teams played here.
This was a water main break. The beginning of August that actually shut down water in Paterson for about 2 weeks. That's what they're doing right here, which is why it's closed off. But on the other side, the bridge that connects, you can see them working on it.
Yeah.
So the bridge that connects one side of the falls to this side of the falls has been closed for a number of years, and they finally are in the restoring it.
I wish there would have been something online, except for we wouldn't have gotten this wonderful tour.
And even if you had called me in advance, I would have been like, sorry, we are not open on Tuesdays.
Right. But I wish there would have been something online, because all the pictures are beautiful. It's like, oh, let's drive. We manage a campground down in Chatsworth.
Oh, nice.
So we're from South Carolina. We live in our motorhome. We've been on the road for 8 years. And we try to really take in the areas that we work in.
Right.
And so we drove up here because it looked so beautiful online, but nowhere online does it say, sorry, the whole thing's shut down. You can't see anything but trash and homeless people. But
I know.
this totally made the trip worthwhile.
Oh yeah, that guy.
The
They do it all.
barricades are there for a reason.
Oh, in the winter time? So in the winter, when the falls are raging, the water freezes in midair, like freezes up and
gosh, I bet
over.
that's
And this
beautiful.
whole pathway is a sheet of ice, right? So it's typically closed during the winter because of any spray
Right.
freezes. But yeah, I stand here and I watch as they try to walk down. I go, that got hurt.
Yep, that's gonna
That
hurt.
And I just watch it because even though it says trail closed,
Oh, yeah.
nope. And most of them are people with their
So when are y'all open normally?
Wednesday. So May to October, it's Wednesday through Sunday.
And is there a fee to come in? It's a free tour. You just have to share you with other people where we got you for free.
I'm the director of the museum. I'm typically not here. I let I was going to say minions, but you have me on camera. My lovely staff.
So we got to go back to the director's office. What was her name?
Jessica Bush.
Jessica Bush. What a nice lady. I encourage you, if you're up in Paterson, to go visit. But what she said, the reason the park is closed, so they redid the stadium 2 years ago, right after they redid the national park here. Then they had a huge water main break that caused a lot of damage and caused the park to be closed.
And the city to be without water
And the city without water.
for, I forget how long she said.
Now, one thing that I found interesting, that she found interesting, was that the mayor of Paterson came down and did a big press conference about an initiative cleaning up the downtown area. Cameras, all that kind of stuff. And she said it's been a while ago and she's still waiting on him to do something, because this area, the revitalization of this area, what she said, is supposed to be bringing Paterson back, because when they deindustrialized the area and sent all our jobs overseas, that it really hit this area hard. And that's why they are bringing the stadium back. The federal government put a lot of money into the national park.
Well, and a lot of the people who were involved in the baseball leagues and played high school in this area and were part of this stadium are still prominent people in this area.
And they want to see it get revitalized.
They want to see it get revitalized and come back. I think we've caught everything in disrepair because it's all in the process of being revitalized.
But like I told her, I said it would have been nice if the National Park website would have said the park was closed. But if they would have done that, then we would have never gotten the tour, which made the whole trip worthwhile. So
I thought seeing the waterfall in the park and learning a little bit about the area was nice too. You were just disappointed.
I was disappointed. And litter really gets under my skin. That's like one of my pet
Get
peeves.
you a bucket and picker-uppers.
Where did we do that at? Or when I say we, you did mostly. Remember we were in that
We were
Walmart?
in that Walmart parking lot.
But what state was that?
Do not remember.
We were at a Walmart and it was just covered in trash. So Cindy grabbed a 5-gallon bucket and me, and we went out in the parking lot, and I bet we filled the bucket up 3 times. So at least the area we were camped at in the parking lot.
But it is beautiful.
It is beautiful down there.
I did not expect it to be in a downtown area.
That's nice. I don't like being able to see through the steps. I bet when this place is open, the views are unbelievable. So see that flag right there? That's the flag that was in the back corner of the stadium. So the stadium comes right up to where those rocks are right there. That's the back side of the stadium, I think.
No, it is. Because you've got the little wood tree line because you could see the whole city.
Yeah. So there's the best view I'm going to get of the waterfall. But it's absolutely beautiful. I want to come back next summer when everything's open. So we're told that Alexander Hamilton is from this area and he founded the city of Paterson. Alright, so we ended up in Barnegat, New Jersey. We went to Tom's River, which was kind of angled away from the campground but in the general direction. And we've arrived at a seafood place. We're here in Barnegat, which is near LBI, between LBI and Tom's River, if I've got it right. Cindy can't find the name of the restaurant. It's something.
It's something.
We'll go inside. The wind is blowing, so I'm
Looks like a storm's blowing in.
Yeah. There it is.
Sun Harbor Seafood and Grill.
Sun Harbor Seafood and Grill. Let's go try it. It's got that fishy smell to it. It's sitting out here on the harbor. Restaurants upstairs, bar downstairs. Sorry for all the wind noise. Doesn't look too busy. So here's the view from the restaurant. It's very nice. So I got the fish and chips, and Cindy got the kids' shrimp and fries, little popcorn deals. Looks good.
Looks real good.
Well, it's dark in the car, but we made it back to the campground. It is almost 9 o'clock. We've had a long day.
It's been a good day.
8:30. Excuse me, it's 8:30. It's nowhere near 9 o'clock. But we had a good time. The food was good.
Can't hardly see your face, babe.
That's all right. As long as they can see yours, that's all that matters. And until next time, we want to wish y'all safe travels. Talk to you next time. Thanks for joining us today.